"There are no carbs in chicken tenders." And I said, "What?" Hi everyone, my name is Abby, and do you save quotes from people in your phone? Because I feel like actually some people do. So let me know. I make videos about college, fashion, and family. I'm posting every Tuesday and Friday this summer, so if those sound like things that you enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can stay posted with what is happening on my channel. So today what we're going to be doing is, why am I praying? I'm all for praying, just it does not fit with the theme of this video. Today, we are going to be going through my old quotes that I keep on my phone. I keep a running list of funny things that my friends and family say. I'm not really sure if this is particularly interesting to anyone, but I just went through them and I think that there's some pretty good gems. So maybe you can pick up something and pass it off as your signature saying, even though you know full well that it came from someone else. I don't encourage that, but maybe you'll want to say these things, or maybe you'll laugh. I sincerely hope you laugh. The first quote that I have on here is, "It's like you exfoliated your soul and the truth came out," which I feel like is a pretty good quote. This one is from the TV show Bizaardvark. Kind of weird that I have that on there, but I think I just happened to be watching it, you know, when you're surfing through channels. And I think that that's funny because I'm a huge proponent of gentle exfoliation, so maybe the truth will come out. The next one that I have is Bed Bath & Beyond Disgusted. And I'm really sad that I have no source for this one because this might frankly be the best one on the list. There are other good ones though, I promise. So the next one is Shawn Mendes, and then in asterisks, "Get struck by lightning, me, you'll be needing stitches," which sounds kind of morbid. I went to a Shawn Mendes concert and there was lightning in the middle of the performance and a bad rainstorm, so they ended up having to cancel it part of the way through. What I did not tell any of my friends is that I was actually happy about this because as much as I love Shawn Mendes, I love even more getting to bed before 10 p.m. So that was a win for me. The next one is, I think about this actually all the time. This is from my high school US history teacher, and he said, "You don't want to be that person who has dead skin in their eyebrows." I think about this a lot. I comb my eyebrows religiously because I don't want to be that person that has dead skin in their eyebrows, because he was using this as a greater metaphor to basically say you don't want to be that person who doesn't take the necessary steps to take care of themselves. You want to make sure you pay attention to detail, not just in a physical sense, but just in a sense of you care about yourself enough to put yourself together. I think so. This one is good. It says, "God does not close a door without opening another one." This is from someone's channel, I believe, called Learning to Be Fearless. I've never watched videos since, but God does not close a door without opening another one. I feel like that's a good thing to think about. And this is about career choice, which I think is really interesting because I definitely have had some struggles thinking about what I want to do with my future career because I was pre-med and then I changed things and I still, it's kind of yeah. I don't regret it at all, but sometimes I do get a little bit worried about going forward. But I know ultimately that I made the right choice and that I'm going to be happier doing what I am planning on doing. But if you'd like a video about choosing your major or maybe going away from pre-med or a STEM leaning major and going toward an art major, let me know. Or if you want to just know more about my major and what I study in general, because there's a lot. This next quote I think is an equally wonderful one. I will try to perform it to the best of my ability because this is quite a show. From my dad, he said, "There are no carbs in chicken tenders." And I said, "What?" The next one spawns from my brief period of possibly feigned lactose intolerance. I'm not really sure. I just kind of choose to ignore this at this point in my life, but for pretty much all of high school I thought I was lactose intolerant, but now I'm not really sure that I ever was because I can eat dairy and it's totally fine. But anyway, I said about, I guess, somebody that I was having issues with, "She's like lactose, I can't tolerate her." So feel free to take that for your angsty teen Instagram bio if you want. It might fit. This is one that I reference a lot, also from my dad. He has some great quotes. We were going to church and there was a cute boy who was handing out the orders of worship, like the little books with the songs with them, before church. And he said about this boy, he could be Fred from Scooby-Doo. He's that handsome. But my dad was a huge Scooby-Doo fan growing up, so I think that that is his ideal male beauty standard. But why? Why does everyone have to look like this? Give the men more options. This is from a lovely person who was on the stage crew in when I was in a production of Mary Poppins. I had to use a flying harness in the show, and this wonderful person was helping me to get into the flying harness, and they said, "Let's Mick freaking do it." And I think that that's the most power I've ever heard exuded from a statement before. This harness was pretty difficult to put on. It was a pretty cumbersome task, and we had to take it on and off several times throughout the show. I have no idea why, but I think that this person was just very kind of fed up, but still having a good attitude about it and just powering through, and I really appreciate that. Mick freaking do it. Love it. This one is from my sister Emma, and she said, "Sometimes I can't tell if it's raining or if I just spit in my own face." Again, I don't know what prompted this. Emma, if you're watching this, please give me a sarcastic comment and tell me why you spit in your own face so much that you confuse it with rain. And so frequently, at the interval that raindrops would fall on your face, it does not figure. The next one is also a sibling quote from my brother, and he said, "You gotta fix it enough to make the next person think they broke it," which I think is pretty funny and a pretty good one, because if you're going to lazily and hastily fix something, yeah, that's how you have to do it. It's horrible, but like true. You can't tell me that you haven't done that before. I definitely have. This next one is actually from somebody's yearbook quote, but it is from the musical Into the Woods, and it is, "Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor." Into the Woods is just chock full of wonderful quotes, and I think that this one particularly, I think it kind of resonated with me because I felt tired of sort of staying in the background, in the shadows, and I just felt like I wanted to kind of come into my own and be more of myself. And I feel like at this point in my life, I'm really trying to take active strides toward being there. So this still resonates with me. I'd highly recommend looking at Into the Woods, especially if you're into theater, even if you're not, maybe if you're looking for a senior quote or just some sort of inspiration. Another one is from my friend who was on stage crew of a show that I was in, and the director asked me to go and give him some candy, like a Reese's peanut butter cup. We love rewarding literally 18-year-olds with candy as if they're children. But no disrespect to the director, like I would like a Reese's peanut butter cup as well, because he had been really helpful and doing a really good job. So I go and I give it to him and I say, "Hey, look, this is for you. The director told me to give it to you." And he said, "Oh, thank you. I'm allergic to peanut butter." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry about that. I'll get you a different one." I have a couple of quotes that are also just things that I overhear in the hallways. I should probably record this during college, but these are from high school. This girl said to her friend, "You probably have tuberculosis. Have fun in handbells." And I was like, oh wow, I love that dramatic shift there. I don't know this girl very well, but I hope that her friend did not have tuberculosis, and I do hope that she did have fun in handbells. This next one is a song from my sister, and she said, "Hush, little baby, don't you sleep. Mama's gonna buy you an onion ring." Another quote from somebody that I overheard in the hallway, and she said, "Am I bleeding, or is that just hot Cheetos?" It's just hot Cheetos. So I'm very confused about how she mixed up hot Cheetos with blood, because I don't really feel like they look similar, but you know, live your life, girl. This last quote is something that's really special to me. So I had a wonderful teacher in 8th grade. Unfortunately, she passed away a few years ago, but she was always my favorite teacher throughout my whole academic career thus far. And I remember going back to visit my grade school in my freshman year of high school. That's when I was in a production of Into the Woods. And I came back to talk to her about it. I had no idea that she was a fan of theater. And I told her we were doing Into the Woods, and she goes, "Ah, Sondheim." I love that she was my favorite teacher beforehand, and I didn't even know that we loved the same thing. So, all my love goes out to her. Because she was just a wonderful, wonderful woman. So I think on that sentimental note, that is the end of the video today. Again, not really sure if this is going to be interesting to anyone, but I hope it is. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I will see you very soon. Bye!